Good morning. Welcome to Crossroads Community Church in Bedford, Indiana. I'm Eric Ivy. I'm here with Jim Holtzclaw. Together we are Minotaur Streaming, and we're coming to you today from Crossroads Community Church, broadcasting. We're going to broadcast 4 IBL ProAm games today, and our first one is, have you heard? They are in the green shirts, and Blue Thunder, who are in the white and blue uniforms. And here comes tip-off.
You got to be kidding me with the height difference on the tip-off.
Yeah.
You pick the shortest guys on the court to tip it off?
Yep,
All right.
I think so.
Yeah. Quadruple header. Let's see CBS pull that one off.
That's right. Have you heard? Gets out to a quick 3-0 lead, and we hit the lottery, Jim. We got the scoreboard correct.
Yes. Good deal.
Blue Thunder brings the ball up the floor. Three-pointer up. No good. Rebounded by Have You Heard. We don't have rosters for either of these teams, so
that guy is who it is.
Yeah, we don't know who these fellas are, but we enjoy watching them play. We've seen Have You Heard a few times, and we've seen Blue Thunder last week. I think was our first time we saw Blue Thunder.
There it goes.
Three-pointer up and good, ties it up 3-3.
I thought at one point we had a roster for Blue Thunder.
Well, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
So in the IBL ProAm, we play 2 20-minute halves with a running clock as a whistle on the floor, foul called against the Thunder. The only time the clock stops is during the last 2 minutes of the game on any whistle. Otherwise, the clock keeps running, even though it's stopped right now and making a liar out of me.
Yeah, I think it's just a slow clock operator this morning.
Yeah.
Still drinking coffee.
Have You Heard? Shot won't go. It's rebounded by Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder sporting a 4-4 record so far in the season. This is the last weekend of the regular season in the IBL ProAm Gold Cup. And we just saw Have You Heard fall just a little bit short against BBB, and so they dropped to 5-4. So 2 evenly matched teams here, and we look forward to a good contest.
Yeah, so they got done with that game about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's going to make for a long 2 hours for them.
Yes, it is. Layup was up and good for Have You Heard. So they are out to a 5-3 lead. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Have You Heard.
Yeah, let's see. I think Have You Heard is probably favored a little bit in this game.
I would imagine, but
they have the better record.
Yep. Just a slightly better record, but a better record indeed. Three-pointer goes in for Have You Heard. As I said, this is the final week of the regular season. The postseason tournament begins next weekend, and the top 10 teams out of the 14 plus the Hoosier State Instigators from the ABA, but the top 10 teams out of the 14 in the IBL ProAm qualify for the gold bracket. There's a 4-team play-in next weekend that will eliminate 2 of those teams. And then the other 4 teams will play in a tournament right after the play-in tournament.
Good block by the big man in the middle.
Then on July 13th, we play the full gold bracket and silver bracket with the remaining 8 teams. And the winner of the gold bracket plays against the Hoosier State Instigators the next day. So Jim and I will not be here next week, but we will be on the 13th and the 14th. So we'll look forward to bringing you those games. 16:42 and counting. Fast break layup up and good. Makes it 12-3. Have You Heard?
Yeah, Have You Heard doesn't seem like they're winded from the game they just got done playing.
No.
That was looked like about a 20-point loss to BBB, who only has 1 loss, I believe, in this tournament.
I believe so, and I believe it was to the unbeaten Woodpeckers.
I believe it was, yeah.
And
Woodpeckers will be the next game being played on this stream.
Yeah, when this game is over, stay on this live stream because we'll be bringing you the Woodpeckers versus Orleans immediately after this game with about a 2 or 3 minute break in between.
Yeah, got to have a break.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, stepped on the out of bounds line.
And ball goes over to Have You Heard. IBL ProAm plays by NCAA rules, in case anybody is wondering.
Except it is a much smaller court.
Yes, it is.
Makes the game pace a little bit faster than normal. Saves us old guys that don't want to run 100 yards to get down to the other end of the court.
That's right.
Yeah. So you look faster than you actually are.
Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Have You Heard.
Have You Heard trying to get the ball over half court. Getting a little bit of pressure by Blue Thunder.
Yep. Shot is up. Shot is no good, but there's a whistle on the floor. I believe a foul is called. And it'll be called on the floor. So Have You Heard will throw it in. Shooting guard into the forward. Over to another guard. Shot is up. Shot is good. Blue Thunder bringing the ball up the floor. Here he comes. Top of the key, looks around, throws it over to a teammate. Back out to the top of the key. He's going to fire one up from three-point land and bury it. So, big three-pointer there by Blue Thunder.
Yeah, they're hoping to stay in it. It was not looking good there for about the first 4 minutes. Getting a few points.
Yeah. Have You Heard passing the ball around. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Blue Thunder.
Yeah, and I see we've got Scotty Mollet up here in the upper deck with us. He's the creator and owner of the of this league.
Yeah.
And maybe while we've got a little spread in the points, the point total here, we can talk to Scotty a little bit about his ABA team, the Indiana Shuckers, and about the IBL. I'll let you handle it, Eric, since we're not rich enough to have more than 2 sets of headphones.
Sounds good. Yes, we are delighted to be joined by Scotty Mollet. He created and runs the IBL ProAm here at Crossroads Community Church in Bedford, Indiana. And he owns the Indiana Shuckers, who are joining the ABA this season, the 24-25 season, which starts in October-ish. And this year the Shuckers are going to be an exhibition team and a fill-in team, with the plan that next season they will be a full-time team in the ABA. Glad to have you here, Scotty. How are you doing this morning?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Good. Looks like you were refereeing the game before us, BBB versus Have You Heard. If you have a guess, what would you guess the winning team is going to be in this one?
I'm going to go with Have You Heard. Blue Thunder had 4 guys out because they went on vacation this week.
Oh, geez.
So they're a little short-staffed.
Yep. We had that last week, too. We saw some short-staffed teams with weddings and vacations and such. So what inspired you to create the IBL ProAm?
It was 2019, around the start of COVID. And it was just, I have a brother that's 26, and he played college ball. My son played college ball. And we had some friends, and we just come up with it in the backyard. Then when we could get back in gyms, we just figured we'd try something like that just to see what we could do, because this area really don't offer much for 16 to 30-year-olds.
Sure.
So we wanted to give them something to do. Like, bowling alleys closed down, the skating rinks closed down.
Right.
You have to go to Bloomington or Paoli for anything, so we just wanted to bring something here.
Yeah.
And we run open gyms through the week on Tuesdays and Thursdays and just open it up and invite the public in. And we try to keep the cost low so we can get people in here.
Yeah. Who can join the IBL ProAm? Do you have to be a Bedford resident or?
We have players from all over the state. We've had players from Indianapolis. We've got Vincennes, Louisville, Evansville.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they come from all over. The most of Blue Thunder is Shoals.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And do you have any idea where Have You Heard is from?
The vast majority of them are Mitchell.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Very nice. And so Pro-Am, mixture of professional and amateur teams. Mm-hmm. You've got the Hoosier State Instigators in the Gold Cup this year. How did that come about?
Corey was looking for a place to play this summer just to get guys to get some chemistry with the new guys, old guys get together, and they get some runs in.
Yeah. Knock some rust off, work on some new plays, get some shooting under their belts.
Evaluate players and all that.
Yep.
Yeah. I give him an open roster in this so he can add and delete as he likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, as we said, the ABA season starts in October. Preseason usually is early October. And so the Hoosier State Instigators, based in Fishers, Indiana, are making roster well, they're signing players. They're not making roster adjustments yet. So this is a good opportunity for the Hoosier State Instigators or any other ABA team to get some work in, and also we hope we've been able to provide these guys some exposure, and so maybe some of these ABA teams will be looking at the athletes.
Yeah, the Instigators, 4 of their players last year and 3 of their players this year come from this league.
Oh, nice.
We played an exhibition game. It was a pretty good game for us. Then right after that game, they signed the last of our guys, Lawan Whitney. He scored 41 on them.
Yes, we know Lawan. Yeah, that's great.
And the reason we went with Pro-Am so we could get like college kids in. We do not have our D1 certification, so it's D2 down to whatever levels.
Oh, okay.
And we've got pros we got a guy that played in the NBL Australia.
Oh, wow.
Des Stevens that plays for BBB played in Austria's first division, which is their top league. Then we've had TBL players and ABA players as well.
Very nice. We did see Alex A.B. Brown here last week for the Hoosier State Instigators, and he is a TBL player as well as an ABA player.
Yeah, we've had Joe Bird played for Medora.
Okay.
He just got assigned for like a 2-day thing because they needed a player for a weekend.
Yeah.
Then we had, I think Lawan has played for Medora, and Chris Thomas played for Medora, but it was when they were it was pre-TBL. It was the Hoosier Hardwood League that Kent Benson did before they merged.
All right.
Yeah.
Medora Timberjacks are in the TBL, and they are a team that is from right around this area, in case anybody's wondering who Medora might be. And they had a great season. I saw they made a pretty deep run in the TBL playoffs.
They won the Midwest Championship, made it to the Final 8, I believe.
Very nice. So you're starting up the Indiana Shuckers, and we're wondering, what do you, as an owner and presumably a coach, or at least somewhat involved in coaching, what do you look for in players?
I was a recruiter for a college, so I look for a certain type of player. I'm old, of course. So
we're not. We're young and trim.
I offensively, UNLV, Loyola Marymount. I like to get up and down the court, score a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I like defense too, so I like Arkansas, Nolan Richardson style. I'm all about that. I want to score as many points as you can, but you got to play defense a little bit too.
Absolutely,
so,
and Jim and I have seen it in the ABA. We've been calling ABA to get games together for a while, and we've seen teams with high octane offenses but no defense, and they just can't keep up.
The Ohio Kings.
Yeah.
A lot of points.
Yes.
A lot of points.
Yes, and they had Cam Mitchell, and he just had an insane points per game average, and I believe he wound up playing down in Mexico. I don't know if he's back in the States or not. But yes, the teams that have a stout defense often are the ones that come out on top. So do you have your lineup already picked, or are you still looking for players?
We have a tentative roster, but we're always looking. We've got 15 people on roster to get the 12 for each game, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Predominantly, it's people that play in the league that we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple that play for the Blue Demons. BBB has a couple.
I think Woodpeckers has at least one. Okay.
Yeah. Limestone Legends has one.
So they're kind of spread out through the IBL ProAm.
Yeah, we don't want them to all play together on one team and just load up. So.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that. So if an athlete is interested in trying out for the Indiana Shuckers or wearing a Shuckers uniform this year, how does that player go about doing that?
For this year, they can just get a hold of me on my cell number or my Instagram or anything like that. It's IBL ProAm. It's at IBL, I think, _ProAm.
Okay,
that.
yes.
My number's on there and all that. And
Yep, and IBL has a website, iblproam.wordpress.com, and Scotty's information is on the website there too.
and we're always looking for height.
Okay, so you're not taking me on the team then. I'm a towering 5'8". Played a little center against elementary kids, but it still worked out great. Well, Scotty, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for visiting with us, and we enjoyed hearing about the Shuckers. Is there anything else you want to share with folks who might be interested in the IBL Pro-Am and or the Indiana Shuckers?
It's open to anybody that wants to play. We post stuff on our website and Instagram and TikTok and all that. And I'm trying to think of what our website address is.
It's iblproam.wordpress.com.
I always forget the WordPress.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And it's the league's open to anybody that wants to play. We keep the cost down.
great.
We can get affordable uniforms for teams, and we're constantly working to improve every year, referees, rules, everything like that. Like we just made an advisory board
Oh,
to talk to the players to see what they want to do, inject some things in here, and
Very
just help
nice.
grow the league.
yeah.
We went from 8 teams the first year. We're at 15 this year, and winter we had 13, which is high because our best leagues are in the summer because most of the guys are back to colleges.
Oh, okay. Yes, and that's one thing I failed to mention was IBL Pro-Am. They have seasons all throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
The Gold Cup is the summer season. What season comes next? And what's the general time frame for that?
We offer a Christian league in the fall. It will start in September. It's $125 to enter.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's just something we want to give back because we offer stuff through the year. Then in the fall we have tournaments. And we've got a team from Georgia Royals, they're an ABA team. They're
Yes.
coming up.
Oh, wow.
Dogville, Kentucky. Used to be Madtown Bears is coming
okay.
up.
Yeah.
A couple more ABA teams may be playing in it, and some of our teams here. And we offer in the spring, right after Winter League, we have a free professional development league. It's open for people that played in the leagues, and we'll take other people in, but there's no charge in that whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
We like to give back to the community a little bit, and the people looking to play basketball, just give them something to do, keep people off the streets and all that.
Yeah, that is awesome.
We had 6 teams in that last year.
Okay.
And it's some of these guys, like, you'll take like 3 of these guys on the Thunder and 3 of the Herd, and they'll form a team and play like that. So it's a mix.
Yeah.
So, just get used to playing with other people, and it keeps anger down during these days because they get to know each other. So.
That's right. Yeah, well, that's one thing we've noticed is that tempers rarely flare up here, where in other venues we've been in, we've seen some tempers flare. So
Always remind them they're in a church.
well, that's great. We also noticed that the referees don't take a lot of abuse, except for that bearded referee who was on the BBB Have You Heard game, the one before us. Boy, he was the worst. It was Scotty.
Yeah, yeah. I catch a lot of whispered comments towards me during the game.
Oh,
that
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a healthy family and all that.
Good times.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Scotty. We appreciate you stopping in, and we really appreciate this opportunity. We've enjoyed ourselves.
We appreciate you guys. You guys have done a great job. Everybody that's watched it, which is everybody, they have nothing but good things to say, and they love the commentary.
Well, great. Well,
And Tex-Mex said hi.
oh,
Yeah.
sounds
I told him I was
awesome.
coming up here.
Well, tell Tex-Mex hi back.
Will do. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Scotty. All right, back to the action. About 5 minutes left in the first half. Clock is running, 43-26. Have you heard in the lead? And once again, thank you very much to Scotty Mollet for coming up here and talking to us about the IBL Pro-Am and how guys might be able to get into the ABA with the Indiana Shuckers, who are buried. They're not buried. They are based right here in Bedford, Indiana. Later on today, we expect to have another ABA coach with us. And it is a team that is based in Columbus, Indiana. So we will also ask him, what he's looking for and in players and how players who might be interested in playing for him can get in touch with him and that sort of thing. So we'll look forward to that when he gets here.
You know what? We might even have to get the Instigators coach up here to chat with him for a minute.
I was just thinking that
myself. Why
myself.
don't we just have a coach's day today?
Yeah.
Did you miss me?
I did. I did. Scotty was
a bad wart.
That's right. Scotty was a lot better at talking on the microphone than you are. And
yeah.
He was a lot funnier, and he's more handsome, smarter. And
yeah, he's handsome enough for this broadcast.
A
lot more handsome than I am, yeah. Yeah, I tell you, you know what? I forgot to change the cameras for about the last minute. My bad.
Oops.
We got a little too enthralled with the I was just happy to have my job back. Thought he was gonna take over. I thought, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, Scotty told us this morning when we asked if we could interview him. He said, "Well, I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with that sort of thing," and he did great.
Yeah, the good thing about this is you're not really public speaking.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you are, and only the millions of fans that are millions.
I think it's up to trillions now.
Within a couple zeros.
Right.
All right, half a dozen zeros. Yeah.
So we're doing this with the interviews today because, we'd like to give these guys some exposure, and we'd like to present additional opportunities, not in place of the IBL ProAm, but in addition to the IBL ProAm. And Jim and I have a lot of ABA connections, and so we're going to see what we can do.
Because, a lot of people, when you think of Indiana, think of basketball.
Yep.
And we're all for it. We're all for giving these guys an opportunity in either this league or higher leagues or, possibly international.
Right.
All kinds of basketball goes on around the world. So,
yes, indeed.
You never know who's looking for what.
Right. And I hear the internet is around the world, too.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Did they get that cable across the ocean?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I watched Godzilla last night,
Did ya?
and Kong, and I didn't see Godzilla tear up the internet or anything, so I think it's still good.
All right. The World Wide Webs.
That's right. So, yeah, Jim and I we love minor league sports in general, but especially minor league sports, and we love the minor league athletes who are trying to do something constructive with their lives and do something that they enjoy doing. So
it's more relatable.
Absolutely.
I know for us it's more relatable.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can actually come up and talk to these guys, and they're good guys.
Yeah, and they, it's not like they're NBA All-Stars that have throngs of groupies around them all the time.
Exactly.
So, you can go out and shoot some hoops with your buddies and get on the YouTube if you need to.
Yep.
Some of these teams are pretty decent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've seen a lot of good teams. Woodpeckers, of course, are the only undefeated team left. I think we mentioned that a couple times last week. BBB is very good. We've seen them play. Have you heard the green team is very good? I think their record's a little deceptive. I think they were shorthanded last week, and so they didn't have their full staff, and their guys got gassed.
Yeah, a lot of guys are either on summer vacation or have other obligations.
Yep.
We've been told that Limestone Legends aren't going to be here today, as well as a few guys from Freebirds are not going to be here today.
Oh, okay.
So that's what Scotty was telling me on the way out the door.
Limestone Legends was another good team that I was going to mention, as well as the Wet Bandits. They're standing down here at the edge of the court in the white uniforms, and they've been one of at least my favorite teams to watch, just because they're hilarious guys and they're fun to watch.
And their coach doesn't mind having a little dry humor with their nicknames.
Yes,
that they've never had before.
So when we come down to the other end of the court, and you can see the guys standing there, we'll tell you about a couple of the nicknames, but Owen Walker is one of the guys, and his nickname allegedly is Tex-Mex. And so that's when Scotty says Tex-Mex says hi, that's who he's talking about.
And he has got one of the smoothest left-handed three-point shots I have ever seen.
He does indeed.
Yeah, so, it's just, I mean, it just glides off his fingers. And he's a pretty high percentage three-point shooter.
So that is Tex-Mex wearing number 44 in the ball cap. And then to his left, two people over, is Brett Zimmerman, who is apparently his nickname is White Wemby. Whether he knows it or not.
Yeah.
Well, he probably knows it now.
He's not 7'4", 7'6", or whatever Wembayama is. But
yeah.
Evidently he's that tall to them. So.
And then standing in between those two gentlemen, I believe, is
the coach. Yep, there he is right there.
Braden Tipton. I had to make sure my eyes were focusing correctly. Braden Tipton is the coach of the team, and he's the author of all of these nicknames.
Yeah. Let's go back down to them. They have no idea we're looking at them right now.
No,
Yep.
So Wet Bandits have been a very good team also.
Yeah.
So and we have yet to see two of the teams, Tropics and basketball team, but we will see them for the first time later today.
I wonder how they came up with that name.
I don't know.
That's a good name for a basketball team.
Yeah, I don't know if they play hockey or what they play, but
yeah,
we'll find out. It is halftime here in this game between Have You Heard and Blue Thunder. Have You Heard 53, Blue Thunder 39. We're going to take a break, and we will be back in a bit. Welcome back. We're coming out of halftime in Crossroads Community Church, Bedford, Indiana. Have you heard in the green uniforms leading 53-39 over Blue Thunder in the white and blue uniforms. And just as a reminder, we have a 20-minute running clock, and we play 2 20-minute halves. So this game is just about 20 minutes from being in the books.
Yeah, Blue Thunder is trying to keep the game in hand, not letting Have You Heard get too far away from them.
Yeah, Blue Thunder got off to kind of a sluggish start, and Have You Heard played right before this game, and they were quite warmed up by the time they took the court here.
Yeah, so this is their fourth half in an hour and a half.
Yes.
So their legs are probably burning by now.
So it'll be interesting to see if Have You Heard gets tired as Blue Thunder warms up, or what's going to happen here in the second half.
Yeah, I think Have You Heard is liking this game a little bit more than they liked the last game. They had a 20-point knockdown from BBB, which is one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah,
a lot of guys from the Indiana Shuckers, the aforementioned Indiana Shuckers on that team. So yeah, seeing some good minor league professional action from some of these guys.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure who on all these teams, since we don't have a roster for either one of these teams, I'm not sure which of these guys, if any, are on any ABA teams or other minor league team.
Yeah, I do not know the answer to that either.
I don't either. Every once in a while you see some glimpses of professional type basketball that pretty fun to watch.
Absolutely. We're approaching the 18-minute mark. Blue Thunder with the ball at the top of the key. Fakes a three-pointer, then fires up a three-pointer. Too much. Rebounded by 2 Have You Heard players who crash into each other.
Traveling call on that. Not careful.
Nice block there by Blue Thunder. Have You Heard reels the ball in, though. Forward puts up a shot. He gets fouled. And he will go to the line to shoot 2. 53-42. Blue Thunder within 11. So they are crawling back.
Yeah, keeping it respectable.
Yeah. The forward's first free throw is up and good.
And I tell you, these guys, all these teams' free throw percentages are about the best I have.
Yes.
Yeah, as I jinxed him.
Jinxed him.
No.
In and out, but his teammate gets the rebound, and Have You Heard is on the attack again.
And if he misses the rebound, or if he misses the free throw, he gets the rebound.
That's right. And they hit a three-pointer.
That's what I was going to say.
So that was a fortuitous in and out there.
Yeah. But these guys, all these teams are shooting 85, 90%.
Yeah,
it seems like.
And it's across the board. We haven't seen a bad free throw shooting team among the 12 of the 14 teams that we've seen so far in the Gold Cup.
Indiana boys know how to shoot the free throws.
Yep. Shot is up, no good, but it's rebounded by the big center. Up and in for 2. Have You Heard stretches their lead out to 17 after Blue Thunder got within 11. Have You Heard showing no signs of fatigue, at least yet, but they still have a little over 16 and a half minutes left to play.
Yeah, and Blue Thunder's starting to just jack up some threes. They would be better off just trying to get it in for a short 10-footer, 10-foot jumper, or something a little bit higher percentage than just threes. That's where the game starts getting out of hand.
Mm-hmm. It's like teams panic and just start firing up threes because they feel they're getting too far behind. But then, as you said, that's a low percentage shot, and so more often than not, you walk away from the possession with no points rather than 2, and it just makes things worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, and then you got to tighten up your defense as well. Once if you're playing defense, get some steals, you're right back in it.
Yeah.
But it's hard when, some of these teams, they've already played each other at least once. They know how each other plays. It's just like any other league.
Right. And you heard Scotty say earlier in our interview with him that these guys often come together and form their own team in a different season. So I would bet most of these guys are familiar with each other.
Keeps them out of trouble.
Yep. Have you heard with the ball? Guard is assessing his options. He says, go over there, forward. Then he fires up a three. No. But the center's there for the putback, and it's good.
Ooh, and
plus, he draws the foul.
Yeah.
So the center will go to the line and shoot one.
Way to take it up strong, big man.
15:59 left in this contest. Have you heard 63? Blue Thunder 42.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times you'll draw the foul, taking it up the lane just like that, and you get a three-point play anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And a three-point with a two and then a free throw is a whole lot easier than a bad shooting three-point shot team.
Yep. And the center does, in fact, turn that into a three-point play. Long three-pointer up, no good for Blue Thunder, but it's rebounded by Blue Thunder until it's stolen by
away.
Have You Heard? Fast break, shooting guard, shoots and scores.
We'll save that replay. Yeah, good outlet pass to get down there, and way to stop by the fellow that made the two before he went past the basket.
Right. Yeah, we've seen him. He impressed me last week. The fellow wearing number 55, and I think Laws is on the back. I don't.
Of his jersey.
I don't know if that's his last name or just a last name on the back of 55. But anyway, that shooting guard impressed me last week. He played. He was tired, but he played full bore all the way through that contest, and he did a great job.
Yeah, you've got to be decently conditioned to play in this league because it's, it might be a shorter court, but it's got a lot of running still.
Yeah, and we just saw on that breakaway that he's not slowing down, even though, as we said, he's in his second consecutive hour of playing basketball. Shot is up, shot is good by Blue Thunder.
Yeah, this is the point in the day when the big guys are dragging.
Yeah. 55 fires up a three-pointer and buries it from the top of the key.
Nothing but net.
71-45 as we approach the 14-and-a-half-minute mark.
Yeah, that's – see, now this is where Have You Heard is going to start pulling away.
Yeah.
I think Blue Thunder's in desperation mode. And,
yes.
Have You Heard, they could probably run a little bit of clock here and, get some of those. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think too many people are impressed with the three-point percentage. But they do like the highlights from alley-oops and
sure.
Because I don't think either one of these teams is going to be alley-ooping too much.
No, Have You Heard has a decided size advantage. Their center and one of their forwards is considerably larger. They are considerably larger than anybody we've seen in a Blue Thunder uniform. They have another forward, too, who's a big fella, but I think we saw him tweak his ankle in the first game. So
he did, yeah.
He may be taking this one off.
He was in for a minute or two, and then I think he said that rolled ankle was a little too much for me today.
Yep.
I'm out of here, boys.
And that particular forward is famous to us for his rainbow three-pointers that he sinks a lot of.
From half court.
Yeah, and they have NFL punt hang time.
Yeah. Like, holy cow. And he hits the rim. You think it's going to go up in the upper deck, but nope.
Yeah, it works for him. Two-pointer up, no good.
Short.
Rebounded by Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder brings the ball up the floor. Three-point shot. Oh, nope. Just a bit too long. Rebounded by the shooting guard for Have You Heard.
And I have noticed that in any of these games, even if the score does get a little out of hand,
Three-pointer.
Nice three-pointer.
By the forward.
By the Mitch Daniels fan there.
That's right.
All right, what was I thinking there? Alzheimer's?
I'm not sure. And why are you not wearing pants
anymore?
anymore?
Where are my pants? No, I was thinking just because the game, the score gets a little out of hand, you don't see guys just holding on to the ball and running the clock. There's not a shot clock, but
right.
You know, guys just want to get out there and play.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, there is there's no mercy rule, but a team can concede if
sure,
if they're done for the day.
Yeah,
which we're almost getting to that point now.
78-52. Have you heard out in front by 26, and there's still 12 minutes left, but Blue Thunder's going to have to mount quite a comeback here. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by the center, who is taller than everybody in this town, probably.
Yeah.
Three-pointer up, no good, but it's rebounded and put back by one of the guards, and it's 2 more for Have You Heard.
Yeah, and if anybody out there, you know, thinks you got a few guys that can play some ball, want to get in on the next league,
yeah,
you know, there's all kinds of different talent in this league. You get pros. You know, it is a pro-am, so you know, a lot of teams are more am than pro, but
sure,
you know, still having some fun.
Absolutely, and you know, ask the Hoosier State Instigators. They came down here their first week of the Gold Cup. They had to play the Woodpeckers and BBB.
And lost both games.
Lost both of them. So, you know, these teams are no joke. There are some seriously talented athletes competing here. And, you know, as we talked about with Scotty, this is a great opportunity for ABA teams to come down, knock the rust off, get some conditioning in, maybe run some new plays, you know, that sort of thing, work out the kinks. Yeah. And then come into the ABA season with a running start.
And also for coaches, ABA coaches, if they want to come down and check out the talent.
Yeah.
None of these, you know, this area is not very far away from 4 different ABA teams.
Right.
If you need to fill your roster up, you never know. You might have a walk-on that's a diamond in the rough someplace.
That's right.
All depends on what spot you need to fill. Oh. Yeah, he caught that one before it went out of bounds.
Shooting guard left all by himself, fires up a 3, won't go. Rebounded by Blue Thunder. And, trap. He needs some help. There he gets it.
Yeah.
And throws it over to a teammate, and they get it across half court. The Bearded Wonder fires up a 3. It won't go.
Oh, didn't get the friendly roll.
Rebounded by Have You Heard. And that is completely messing me up because that Have You Heard player is wearing a blue shirt.
Yeah. Let's just say not everybody adheres to the uniformity of a uniform.
You're right. Yep. Yep.
That's probably why they call it uniform, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's uniform.
They're uniform, yeah.
Huh. Then why do they call it a kit in soccer?
Because
that's English.
I probably, yeah.
Yeah, speak English.
Yeah. Jeez.
Speak American.
You know, why they call the trunk of a car a boot? There's probably a reason. I just don't know the etymology of the word.
Isn't that the study of insects?
No, that's entomology.
Oh, okay. Get too many letters in there.
Yeah, we're throwing out big words because we don't know what they mean, but we can say them. Three-pointer there by Blue Thunder.
We got a 30-point 30-point advantage for Have You Heard with 8.5 minutes left. And
yep. I believe this is Blue Thunder's first game of the day. So not sure if they play immediately after this. They don't on this court. I do know that. Because we have Woodpeckers versus Orleans in our second half of our doubleheader.
Yeah, that should be a real good game.
Yes, it should. 2 of the best teams. I don't know if I mentioned Orleans earlier when we were spouting off. I mean, all these teams are good. But
I'm not sure what their record is, but they are a good, solid team.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen them once before. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Have You Heard.
And I believe they've only lost a couple in this tournament.
I think so.
Oops.
Ball is stolen by Blue Thunder. It's a 3-on-0 fast break. Layup won't go, but the Bearded Wonder is there for the rebound.
Do you think he was bouncing off the rebound or off the backboard for an alley-oop?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it too. That would have been something.
Yep.
Of course, I'm one to talk. I think at my At my best, I could probably touch the net.
Oh, wow, that's a lot farther than I could get.
Oh, really?
At my best, you could almost slide a piece of paper underneath my shoe when I jumped.
I've got a
So,
I've got a 28-inch, or I got a 28 vertical, and that's millimeters.
that's right.
Yeah, that's the only time I like metric.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's right.
The rest of the time, I can just suck it.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
We do know a guy, Donnell Jones. He's 5'9". He's played for the Indiana Lions in the ABA in the last couple of years. He's 5'9", and he can darn near dunk.
One of these days, he's going to get it.
Yep. That kid has Mexican jumping beans in his shoes
Yeah,
because he can fly.
He's got some hops.
Yep.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few guys in the ABA that may not be the tallest, but they got some spring in their step.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, nice block there by
that
Have
was
You
a nice-
Heard. Tips it to a teammate.
Nah, you're just rubbing it in.
Point guard brings it up and says, all right, if Blue Thunder, you're not coming down here, then I'll just shoot it. Can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Have You Heard. 91-60. 6 minutes and counting left in this contest. And I would be surprised if we go the distance, but you never know. As Jim has said, these guys just like to play. So, and nobody's getting chippy or mouthy or anything, so
Yeah.
that's nice. We have seen very little of that in our time here with the IBL ProAm, and it's refreshing.
Yeah, I don't think any of these guys are thinking they're going to win the NBA championship or anything, so we're just out to have fun and not cause bloody lips and whatever else.
Yep. Oh, there's their forward who rolled his ankle in the first game. He's back
in.
out on the floor wearing number 23 for Have You Heard, so that's good to see.
Oh, he's moving a little. He's a little gimpy over there.
Yes, he is.
And he's,
there
it is.
There's one of the rainbow shots.
Didn't
Hang time of
Didn't get that
7.6 seconds on that one.
About ran out the clock.
He pins Blue Thunder back on their 5-yard line. Wait a second. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Have You Heard. Down to the
There's
shooting
an
guard.
outlet pass.
And
I see a concession coming on pretty
yeah, we got guys walking everywhere. They're exhausted. We're under 5 minutes left. It's a 34-point lead for Have You Heard.
Yep.
And
Yep. I gotta mow the yard later. Let's get out of here.
Yep. Another block by Have You Heard. That same player, the one who's messing me up with the blue shirt.
They're just not giving Blue Thunder any space.
No.
Well, a game like this, you don't want to decimate a team, but it is a good time to practice getting ready for some of these more powerful teams.
Right.
You're not always going to be up this high.
Yeah.
Well, take for instance the last game where they lost by 20.
Yeah. Right.
So you work on your passing. Get some inside shots. That's the kind of thing that that this level play should look at, should work on. Because anybody can throw up a three-pointer.
Right.
Hitting it is one thing.
Right. And rebounding, defense, all the things that Scotty talks about that he looks for in a basketball player for his Indiana Shuckers. I mean, that can all be worked on in the IBL ProAm.
Yeah, boxing out. You're always going to, every shot is an opportunity to box out.
Yep. Long three, just a hair too short. Rebounded by Blue Thunder, but he's surrounded by 4 Have You Heard, and he doesn't stand a chance. Have You Heard bringing it up the floor. Underhanded layup, up no good. Fast break, down to the Bearded Wonder. Bearded Wonder fires up a 3. No.
Yeah, we don't have a very good three-point percentage in this game from Blue Thunder. I think they've started relying on it a little too early, and it just wasn't going to happen today.
No.
So what kind of record does that put Blue Thunder at?
This will drop Blue Thunder to 4-5 with one more game to play. And this will improve things for Have You Heard to 6-4.
6-4.
And there's kind of a log jam there in the top 5 or 6 spots in the gold bracket. So this is going to be an important win for Have You Heard as they try to nose their way up toward the higher seeding, as high as seeding as they can.
Which will be in, that'll be relevant in what, 2 weeks?
Yes, yep. There we have a concession. With 2:12 left to play, your final score is Have You Heard 98, Blue Thunder 63. Jim and I are going to get a squirt of water, and as soon as that second game between Woodpeckers and Orleans gets started, we will be back on this same live stream. So don't go anywhere. Just go take a restroom break, refill your popcorn, and we'll be back. Good, well, I guess technically
Good noon.
afternoon,
Good noon.
as we are just a few minutes after noon here in Crossroads Community Church, Bedford, Indiana. I'm Eric Ivy. I'm here with Jim Holtzclaw. Together we are Minotaur Streaming, and we are bringing you some more IBL ProAm action in a battle between the undefeated Woodpeckers and Orleans, who is 5-3, but I believe 2 of their losses were forfeits last week because
Family obligations.
yes, the guys couldn't be here for various reasons. So for all intents and purposes, I think Orleans has only lost 1 game, and this is going to be a good one, I think. Let's start with the lineups, Jim. Let's see who these guys are. We do have lineups for both squads. Thank you very much.
Woodpeckers.
And we will start with the Woodpeckers. Number 1 is Gambles. Number 5 is Howard. We refer to him as Howard 5, and you'll find out why in just a moment. Number 8 is Joyce. Number 10 is Huttonlocker. Number 11 is Ringler. Number 12 is Howard. So there's Howard 5 and Howard 12. And number 99 is Norris. Apparently there's a number 21 down there. I think I saw his name is Grubbs.
Well, you do, and you also have a 4 Collier and a 22 Collier.
Oh,
that
yes.
was an addition last week, I believe.
That's right. So we might see them. We'll just have to wait and see. So then for Orleans, we got number 0, Josh Smith. Number 4, Kyle Bostick. Number 9, Duncan Gerkin. Number 11, Hunter Williams. Number 14, Cale Hall. Number 15 is Burton Gerkin. And number 33 is Damian Gaddis.
We're going to have some fun with the Gerkin brothers, or Gerkin cousins, or whatever their relation is.
You're right.
We really don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fun name to say.
And the Orleans team is super cruel to old blind guys because they have written their numbers on the backs of their shirts in
Red Sharpie?
Yeah, in a black Sharpie on red shirts, and it can be a challenge. And we've also got a couple of unmarked Orleans players, so we don't know who they are, but we'll muddle through as best as we can.
Yeah, and I think we are waiting on an official, possibly.
Okay.
I think that's the only thing we're missing right now is the official.
Well, it's not Scotty Mollet because I see him reffing the game on the other court. So if you missed it, Scotty joined us for an interview in the first game. So after you're done watching this one, be sure to rewind and catch some valuable information that Scotty provided about the Indiana Shuckers, a new team coming to the ABA, as well as what this IBL ProAm League is all about.
Yeah, and if anybody not from around here, a little too far to come into this league, I'm sure if you wanted to contact Scotty and see how he lined everything up, we're in Crossroads Church, which is we've got 2 courts, so we can have 2 games going at the same time. How we set up this league and got the word out and who these guys are.
Yeah.
Give him a holler, and
Absolutely.
I'm sure he'll be more than happy to assist as much as he can.
Most definitely. Scotty's one of the nicest guys we have met, and it has been an absolute pleasure being here for 4 of the first 5 weeks. Well, 4 of the 5 weeks of the regular season. This is the last weekend of the regular season, and playoffs begin next week.
Yeah, I believe we are waiting on an official.
Yeah.
Must be union lunch hour.
Could be.
So we're going to, official break.
We hope later in this broadcast to bring you another interview with a different ABA coach, and so we'll be looking forward to getting some of his insight as to what he looks for in players and how players might be able to join his team.
Yeah, and I believe he is looking for some players.
I think he is.
So we'll get a team together. This is going to be their inaugural season, and go from there.
Yep.
Build something from the ground up. It's quite the responsibility, but quite an exciting opportunity as well.
Absolutely. When you do things right from the get-go, it's fun to watch your creation, whether it's a park, since both of us work in the Parks and Recreation field, or a basketball team come to fruition from the little seed that you planted.
Yes, and you don't have to clean up other people's messes. You can do it how you want to do it.
Yep. So we are still waiting for a referee. So
there he is.
Well,
Scotty was reffing over on the other one, and I guess they don't need a ref, so
okay.
he's going to ref over here.
All right.
You guys police yourselves.
Right.
I'm going this way.
Okay, so the aforementioned Scotty is now here, and he will be reffing this game. You see, he just goes out of his way to make a liar out of me.
Yeah, no fighting on the other court.
Yep.
And
so
I think that is how it's going because I don't see an official over there. I deemed this game maybe needed an official worse than the other one.
it could be. Gambles fires up a three-pointer for
Gambles.
Woodpeckers, and just like that, it's 3-0.
Both of these teams are going to come out storming.
Yep. That is Cale Hall bringing the ball up the floor. He fires up a three. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Reeled in by Howard 5. Howard over to a teammate that I can't see. Three-pointer up. No good. Rebounded by Gambles.
Is that a 15?
Shot is up. No good by Huttenlocker. And that is, I believe, Duncan Gerkin bringing the ball up. No. Yes, that is Duncan Gerkin.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Right?
Duncan Gerkin.
All right. So the Gerkin I thought was Duncan from memory. Is actually Burton and not Duncan, so I got to get that straight in my head. I do know this is Cale Hall bringing the ball up the floor. He's guarded by Gambles, throws it over to Duncan Gerkin. Ball goes out of bounds, and it is awarded to the Woodpeckers. Woodpeckers working on their first shutout here in the in the first minute and a half of the game.
Pitching a perfect game so far.
That's right. And they are trouncing Orleans 3-0.
There's no coming back from that. We'll see you folks next week.
Yep. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Orleans. Putback won't go.
Still
and it's
got a goose egg on the board.
Rebounded by Huttenlocker.
Yeah, we have first names for Orleans. We don't have first names for the Woodpeckers.
No, we don't. But they're celebrities. So
and we also
they
don't
only
have
go by one name.
We don't have a 15.
For
the Woodpeckers, yeah.
So 15 is out on the floor. Let me see if I can catch his name as he runs by. That is, well, that's just rude of him because he didn't turn around. But he hits a three-pointer, and it's 8-0.
5 Howard.
So maybe the next time he runs by, we'll catch a glimpse of his uniform since he is so inconsiderately not showing us the back of his jersey.
Where we have
steal there by Howard 5.
There you go. Let you guys get down to rebound.
Yep. Gambles gets the rebound. He rears back, fires one up, and then it's rebounded by Burton Gerkin.
Burton Gerkin.
I am so going to mess that up, confuse the two at some point.
I want you to say it 5 times real fast.
Oh,
that
attempted
was a good putback.
alley-oop didn't quite go as planned. That is Harrington wearing number 15. He alleys Norris. Norris can't quite oop it, but he can tip it in and scored 2.
He alleyed. He just didn't oop.
Yes.
Yeah, we've still got a perfect game shutout here.
Yeah. Yep. Howard 5 can't get his shot to go. It's rebounded by Orleans, but, aside from there's like 3 guys playing for Orleans today that I recognize from, and now it has been a while since we saw Orleans play, but I'm not sure this is their same lineup.
Do you think they're bringing in some ringers from Chicago?
Who would do that?
I don't know.
Jeez.
But there are some people that get furious about it.
Yes.
Blatantly obvious. Yeah.
Shot is up.
Have you ever started a brawl with an entire city before?
Well, yes. Yes, we have.
Not in the last 4 months. Yeah. Holy cow. Security.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
13-0. Woodpeckers in the lead. Orleans still trying to find the bottom of the basket. Huttenlocker fires up a long shot. It won't go. Tipped around, reeled in by Harrington. Harrington fires up a 3 and buries it.
Oh, yes.
Make it 16-0. And, boy, Orleans just cannot get their motor running here.
Having a hard time getting out of the gates today.
And whistle on the floor as Cale Hall gets mauled. Foul is on the floor. Ball will stay with Orleans. Oh, great block there by Howard 5. And look at the sportsmanship. I love it. Howard 5 accidentally knocked over Josh Smith and helped him back up.
Yeah, so back to our previous thought. If these guys wanted to, they could just come in with a brand new team every week, and and by the end of the season, you'll have, 87 guys to choose from, and you just pick your top, 23 to take with you. And then on top of that, you add a few more that, just come out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
Orleans may not have the same selection
Right.
that they do.
Yes, Jim is referring to a previous experience that we had, not in this league and not in this gym, but
Win at any cost.
it was an interesting day, to say the least.
Yeah, buck the rules.
Yep. Three-pointer up and good, and Orleans has 4 on the board. Here comes, I think
Ooh,
that
was a nice-
Huttenlocker, was it?
I believe
Yes,
that was Huttenlocker.
with
Yes.
the layup. Puts the Woodpeckers up in front, 21-4.
Oh, and we got a steal.
And that's Howard 5 with the steal. He's going to take it all the way down the court, lay it up and in for 2.
Way to drive strong. Didn't let the Orleans player steal it from him.
Mm-hmm. So Orleans brings the ball up the floor. I really think this is there's a handful of the same guys that I remember from Orleans, but I think they're shorthanded.
It's a possibility. Some of these guys may not have done the majority of the playing last time we saw them.
Yeah.
And that may be why they're a little discombobulated today.
And I haven't seen a lot of red shirts in the gym today, Orleans being the only red team in the league. So I don't know if they've got these 5 and that's it, or maybe 1 or 2 on the bench.
Yeah, they may have some subs underneath us, but then again, we're up high in the second tier. And
Yep. Howard 5 with it, top of the key, throws it over to Huttenlocker. Huttenlocker looking around, assessing his options. He says, "Here, Howard 5, you shoot it." Howard 5 says, "Okay." Fires up a three-pointer, but it's a little too much mustard on it, and rebounded by Orleans.
I think with us being so close to the 4th of July weekend, the whole gym seems a little sparse.
It does. There was a real nice crowd for the BBB game against Have You Heard? It was on the opposite court from us, and I noticed while we were setting up for today that they have quite a turnout of fans there, which was nice to see. But, it's fewer players than we're used to seeing in here, and as such, fewer family members and friends in here.
Yeah, then again, you've got family vacations and all kinds of things that are happening this time of year.
Foul is called against the Woodpeckers. Howard 12 enters the game for the men in yellow. Orleans fires up a three-pointer. It won't go. Howard 5 gets the rebound. Howard 5 brings it up the floor. He shoots. Oh, in and out. No good. Rebounded by Gerkin.
A lot of these guys have got some skills. I wonder where they come from, what high schools they played in,
Yeah,
if they're playing in college.
Yeah. Three-pointer up, too short. That was Duncan Gerkin, I believe. And here comes Howard 5 with it. Kicks it over to Huttenlocker. Huttenlocker fires from three-point range. Won't go. Nobody there for the Woodpeckers to rebound, so Orleans will bring it up the floor. 27-6 as we're heading toward the 12-minute mark left in the first half. Three-pointer up and good by Gerkin for Orleans.
That'll help.
That'll give them a little bit of lift. And Gamble shoots, Gamble scores. 29-9, and I think I see our guest, Jim. He's just a floor below us.
I do see him.
Shot is up, shot is good by Cale Hall. 29-11. Orleans up in double digits now, 11 and a half minutes and counting. Oh, shot is up, shot is good by Harrington, and he draws the foul. So Harrington will go to the line.
There we go. Yeah, I think our guest is trying to figure out how to get up here.
Oh, yeah. It's a secret. We're not going to tell him.
Yeah, I think he's just watching the game a little bit, which is fine.
Yeah. Number 10, Huttenlocker, with the three-pointer there, extends the Woodpeckers' lead to 32-11. And not the start we expected here, but as we said earlier, I think, nice shot there by Orleans. That was Cale Hall for 3. I think Orleans is shorthanded today.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys didn't play a whole lot the last game.
Yep.
But, the next man up.
Yep. Huttenlocker hits a 3 off the glass. Whoa! And Cale Hall almost takes Burton Gerkin's head off. Josh Smith reels it in, fires it up, can't get it to go. Here come the Woodpeckers. Howard 5 to the hoop, shoots and scores.
Yeah. This Woodpecker team has got some slick moves. They've done this before.
Yep. They still have to get through the gold bracket of the playoffs, but if they happen to be the one who emerges on top of the gold bracket, Hoosier State Instigators are going to have their hands full.
Orleans with a steal there.
And,
strong move.
Goodness.
He's going to be shooting 2.
Howard 12 mugs Josh Smith on the way up, and Howard says, sorry, man, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just not going to give you an easy shot, which I don't blame him.
Yeah. That is not Josh Smith. That is Duncan Gerkin, my bad. The one guy wearing a number that I can see, and I read it wrong.
Well, no, he had a 0 on the front.
Oh, well.
Does he have a 0 on the front?
That's just
all
not
right,
even
now
fair.
He's throwing me off. He's got a. All right, let's see when he turns around. He's got a 0
on the front
and a 9 on the back. What? Seriously?
I'm going to call him Duncan Smith or Josh Gerkin just to
there
show
you go.
him.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I like the Gerkin, so Josh Gerkin.
Yes. So we were just complimenting him on making it easy for us to see his number, and he's wearing 2 different numbers.
Well, which number you go with?
Let
me see. 9, carry the 0.
Right.
1. If he really catches on fire and goes crazy, we can call him Berserkin Gerkin.
Yes. That's probably his name.
Yeah. If he likes to go deer hunting and eat dried meat, be jerkin Gerkin. I'm sure his parents are listening right now thinking, rolling their eyes.
Yeah, these guys are jerks making fun of my son's name. Whichever set of parents, because we don't know if it's Josh Smith or Duncan Gerkin.
I'm thinking Duncan Gerkin because the other guys have their numbers on the back.
Okay. We'll go
but
with
that's
that.
just a guess.
And if it's Josh Smith, we apologize, Josh, but the man we think is Duncan Gerkin is messing with us.
Yeah.
Gambles to the hoop, shoots and scores.
Nice move by Gambles.
So Woodpeckers up by 20. Definitely thought this was going to be a closer game.
I did too. I just think that, I think the Orleans is a little shorthanded today and not able to get it through the hole. They're just having a rough time of it.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be back to full staff when they arrive here for the playoffs.
And I'm sure they will be. They wouldn't have gotten into this if a loss or 2 here or there doesn't hurt anything.
Right.
Might get a little bit lower seed, but you're going to have to beat them anyway.
Sure. Yep. Shot there by one of the unmarked Orleans players. It won't go. It's rebounded by Gambles. Gambles brings the ball up the floor, accounts for everybody, and has a line of vision, and shot there won't go. And I know I said 21's name early in the game, but I've already forgotten it, and I need him to turn around. Berserkin Gerkin to the hoop. His shot won't go.
He could be a bodybuilder, and we can call him just Herkin Gerkin.
Right, yes. Isn't there – no. I'm thinking of something else.
Now you're just being
so Berserkin Gerkin fires up a free throw.
All right.
It won't go.
while Eric collapses in a heap of laughter over Berserkin Gerkin. We'll continue the game, and
oh goodness!
Yeah, nope. Well, change cameras. I think you laughed so hard, my cameras lagged. Even worse.
Oh, Cale Hall fires up a three-pointer. It won't go. It's rebounded by Norris for the Woodpeckers. He throws it over to Howard 12. We have not seen either of the Colliers here today, but Ringler has taken the floor for the first time.
Yeah, I got a lot of relatives on a lot of these rosters. Got a couple Howards and a couple Colliers on the Woodpeckers team, and get a couple Gerkins on the Orleans team, and
Burton Gerkin and Berserkin Gerkin. Oh goodness!
Are you okay? Was it that funny?
It was.
It was.
I wonder if White Wemby, Tex-Mex, and Berserkin Gerkin hang out together.
They might. That'd be a fun night at the bar, wouldn't it?
That would be.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right, we've got a break in the action. I'm going to try to collect myself. We're going to go on a break. All right, we are back in Crossroads Community Church, Bedford, Indiana, coming out of the timeout. Three-point shot up, no good. Rebounded by Norris for the Woodpeckers. Woodpeckers in yellow, Orleans in red, and we are totally serious now.
Yeah, back to the Berserkin Gerkin show.
Stop it.
You know, when we first said that, my first thought was the scene in Back to the Future 3 where Doc is lights out on the floor, and the bartender has to mix up his I forget what he called it, the rattlesnake juice, and he just puts a funnel in his mouth. And
yep.
That's what I envision when I hear Berserkin Gerkin. Yep, that's how my mind works. And there's a ball game going on.
Yes, shot is up, shot is good by Cale Hall.
Just to let you into our personal lives a bit.
Ooh. Woodpeckers out in front by 22, 48-26. A little over 5 minutes left in the running clock in the first half. Norris with the ball, guarded by Hall. Norris shoots, Norris scores.
Yeah, this Woodpecker team is solid.
Yeah, they are.
I think, if they come out undefeated and play against the Instigators for the championship, I think they're going to give them a run for their money.
Yeah.
They're a solid team.
Yep. Of course, they beat the Instigators in week 1 of the regular season as Gambles takes a tumble. I'm sorry, Norris takes a tumble. And I think he's collected his spleen and one of his kidneys that came out, and I think he's all good. So he is going to take a break, but he seems basically no worse for wear.
Yeah.
Three-pointer up and good for Orleans. Howard 12 brings the ball up the floor. Okay, 21 is Grubb. And that was Ringler. Three-pointer won't go. Ball goes out of bounds over to Orleans.
Yeah, Orleans has got a bit of a hill to climb to get back into this one.
Yep.
It's not insurmountable, but just got to play some smart ball.
Right. And like we were talking about in the first game, you don't want to resort to nothing but three-pointers. Don't want to panic too early, because especially this Woodpeckers team, they will just blow you out of the water if you're not getting at least some points on your possessions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen too many times when teams start getting down a little bit, and then they keep chucking up the threes, and that's their only hope, and that's not going to get you back into it very quickly.
Although our new friend Berserkin Gerkin is going to the line after being fouled by Howard 12, and he made the shot, and he just scored the third point on the play.
You go. Get some of those.
Yep.
Yeah, that should be there we go.
Yeah, they got it.
Clock operator or scoreboard operator getting the free throw and the 2
to
go along with it. Brings Orleans to within 18 points.
Pass underneath to Cale Hall. He shoots. He scores.
There you go. Just some
Right.
easy buckets.
Yep.
Yeah, make each trip. You're going to have to make each trip count because you're only got a little over one half to play, and when you get these big deficits, you can't get frazzled and go berserk.
Yep.
And
here comes Berserkin Gerkin. He shoots. Won't go. Cale Hall had a really nice block down on the other end to hold the Woodpeckers scoreless on their drive. And Duncan Gerkin will go to the line to shoot 2. 2:46 left in the first half. 52-34. Woodpeckers in the lead. First shot is up. First shot is good.
more free throws.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll keep you in the game quicker than anything. Is hit your free throws. Looks like we got a little sweat on the floor without a mop.
Is it sweat or is it just the air sweating?
Yeah, it is very humid. It's more
ridiculously humid in Indiana today.
It was humid last weekend. It is swimming pool weather this week.
Yep. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see which way it'll be awarded. I think it'll stay with the Woodpeckers. It will. And Huttenlocker is looking for an outlet. Finds one in Howard 5, and we're underway. Grubb with it. He's guarded by Duncan Gerkin. Nice screen there by Burton. Shot is up. Shot is good.
Nice.
That was Howard
Nice
5.
form.
Howard 5 having a really good game today.
You know, all the Woodpeckers, in their own way, would have a place in a higher league if they wished to go that direction.
Yep. Shot
No
will
idea
go.
what they've got going on in the personal lives.
Norris with the rebound. Throws it over to Howard 5. Underneath to Norris. Oh, dodges the block
Nice
attempt.
move from Norris.
Yes. Shot is up. Shot is good. Duncan Gerkin brings the ball across midcourt. Hands it over to an unmarked member of Orleans, who throws it over to the other unmarked member of Orleans, and I think they only have 5 guys, Jim.
I think they do. All these guys got a friendly roll on a loose rim.
Mm-hmm. That was Burton Gerkin, goodness sakes, with the basket there. Grubb with it, throws it over to Ringler. Ringler fires up a 3. Oh! Just a little off target. Rolls around the rim and then falls out the front. Cale Hall brings it up the floor for Orleans.
Yeah, I haven't seen any substitutions, so I think we've just got the 5 guys today.
Yep. Grubb forces a turnover. It's reeled in by Norris. Back to Grubb.
Nice
Grubb
move.
shoots. Grubb scores.
Yeah, Grubb's got some moves too.
We're under a minute left in the first half. 59-37. Woodpeckers in the lead. Orleans driving to the basket. Shot is up off the side of the backboard. Reeled in by Orleans, and a three-pointer is up and good for the men in red.
Kind of hard to believe they're within 19. It seems like Woodpeckers have been running up the score, but Orleans is hanging in there.
Yeah. Norris over to Huttenlocker. Huttenlocker's going to fire a long 3. It won't go. And he gets his own rebound, sends another three-pointer up. It won't go. And that'll do it. We are at halftime. Woodpeckers 59, Orleans 40, and Jim and I are going to take a break and be back in a few. Welcome back to Crossroads Community Church in Bedford, Indiana, as we come out of halftime. Woodpeckers with a 59-40 lead. Woodpeckers in yellow, Orleans in red. Orleans with the ball, top of the key, three-point shot up, no. Reeled in by Huttenlocker. And he throws it down to Howard 5. Howard 5 to Gambles. Over to Harrington.
Setting up a play right now.
Harrington fires up a three-pointer, too long, rebounded by Cale Hall. Hall brings the ball up the floor. He fires up a three. Nope, not going to go. Rebounded by Howard 5, who is quite tall himself.
There you go. Okay.
Norris shoots,
nice
scores.
Nice move, Norris.
Nice layup there.
That was a nice layup.
By Mr. Norris. Hall over to Burton Gerkin. Burton fires up a shot. It won't go. Rebounded by the Woodpeckers. Gambles with it. Gamble's firing up a three, and he buries it.
Yeah, as we said before, Gambles is going to be on the inaugural Shuckers team.
Yes, he is on their tentative roster, and I see why. Orleans passing it around. Oh, almost got a steal there by Huttenlocker. Shot is up, shot is good.
Use the backboard.
64-42, Woodpeckers in the lead. Shot is up, shot is good. I think that was Howard 5. It was. And goodness, these Woodpeckers are good. Even their big guy can hit threes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Gerkin gets the ball stolen. He thought he was fouled. No whistle on the play. Huttenlocker puts it up and in for two.
Yeah, all these guys have played organized ball somewhere before.
Yep. Cale Hall with it. Kicks it over to Burton Gerkin. Burton fires up a shot and buries it. Nice three-pointer there by the Orleans big man. Huttenlocker coming up the floor. Over to Gambles.
Oh, step back three-pointer.
Won't go. Howard 5 there. Knocks the ball over to Norris. Saved the possession for the Woodpeckers. Howard 5 with it. Guarded by Burton Gerkin.
Yeah, Orleans is playing a man-to-man. I think it would be easier on them if they played a zone. It would knock some plays like that, make it a lot harder for the Woodpeckers.
Yeah. Howard 5 with the layup there. 17 minutes and counting left in regulation. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Harrington. Harrington brings up the floor. He feeds Huttenlocker. Huttenlocker with a layup for two.
Sweet little drive. Nice cut to the basket.
Yes. Cale Hall brings it up the floor. Guarded by Norris. Hall looking for some help. Throws it over to Burton Gerkin. Underneath to an unmarked Orleans player. And, boy, he gets swallowed up by Howard 5. Whistle on the floor.
Take a look at that. Replay.
Okay.
Just because I like replays.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, nice little feed down the court and the lay-in.
Nicely done, fellas.
Little baby dunk.
Yeah. First free throw attempt up, no good.
Oh, we missed a free throw. It's
it's unusual. Yeah. Second free throw up and good. Howard 5 brings it up the floor. 73-46. Woodpeckers comfortably out in front of Orleans, who, to our knowledge, only have 5 guys here today.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are not wearing numbers, where I distinctly remember they all had numbers the last time we saw them. So I wonder if these fellows are fill-ins for today, or
maybe they didn't have the marker with them.
Right, could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who owns the marker is on vacation. So,
that's what it was.
there's nothing you can do about that.
And I don't want to put a mark on my shirt.
Well, yeah, they could do the...
I'm wearing this to church later.
Yeah, they could do the Jackson Stone routine and put some duct tape on the back. Yeah.
Jackson. Little love for Jackson Stone.
Oh, yeah, Jackson, a former Indiana Lion, and I believe he is now with the Hoosier State Instigators. So
6'10", big man in the middle.
He is the stone wall, is Jackson Stone. Cale Hall fires up a three-pointer. And I don't know he's going to be here today because I think he's at another basketball engagement today. But
yeah, doing a little 3-on-3 from what I hear.
That's what I hear.
And some of the other instigators may be at that same tournament.
Wishing them the best of luck in that tournament. As we know, all 3 men on that team. 73-50. Under 15 minutes left to play. Three-pointer is up. Not enough arc. And it's rebounded by Huttenlocker. Huttonlocker fires up a three. No. Oh, Howard 5 there with a rebound and the putback. And he's having himself a game today.
Didn't have far to go for that one.
No. Something about Howard 5 reminds me of Tracey Ganow, another former Indiana Lion and former Naptown Pro, both teams in the ABA. I don't know if it's his stature or what it is.
It might be. I think Howard might be a little beefier, just a little.
Yeah.
Need to feed Tracey some mashed potatoes.
That's right.
But no, he's a tall fella.
Yep, and he's aggressive and goes after the ball wherever it might be. And I'm seeing a lot of that out of Howard 5 today. You know, the shot goes up, and suddenly out of nowhere appears Howard 5 with the rebound.
Ooh, that was a tricky pass across court.
Harrington with the reverse layup, up and good.
Nice reverse layup.
Here comes Orleans up the floor. Oh, nice move there, but the reverse layup is not anywhere close, but we have a whistle. And that's probably because Duncan Gerkin was fouled.
That's some good ball handling by Duncan.
There we go. There's a three-pointer by Cale Hall. He was down to my blind spot. I couldn't see him. Norris drives to the basket.
Nice
he
drive,
lays
Norris.
it up. Won't go in. Rebounded by Cale Hall. But, yes, that was a very nice drive. Aggressive. Just a little too much spin on the ball, and it would not drop. Hall over to Burton Gerkin. Burton fires up a three-pointer and makes it. So, Orleans just kind of chipping away. Oh, goodness. Nice spin move there by Gambles. Cale Hall knocks the ball out of his hands. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Woodpeckers.
Still within 19, just not able to close the gap any more than that.
Harrington's three-pointer won't go. Cale Hall, long pass down to an unmarked member of the Orleans team. It won't go. Rebounded by Huttonlocker. Huttonlocker brings it up the floor. He's looking around and says, guys, I need some help. I got three Orleans guys in front of me.
Yeah, Huttonlocker was looking down low to see if he could get who was that, Howard?
Yeah, Howard 5.
Down low.
Can't get his three-pointer to go, but Gambles is there for the offensive rebound and the follow-up shot. 81-60, Woodpeckers in the lead. We've just now dipped under the 12-minute mark left in the game. Cale Hall fires up a three-pointer. It is good. And we've got a timeout on the floor called by Orleans. Jim and I are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. And we are back in Crossroads Community Church, Bedford, Indiana, coming out of the timeout. Woodpeckers holding an 81-63 lead with 11:50 left to play on a running clock. So this is going to be a tough task here for Orleans to get back in it, but not impossible. Woodpeckers pass it in. That teaches me to try to use the letter P in two consecutive words.
Yep.
Harrington fires up a three-pointer. It won't go. It's rebounded by, well, eventually reeled in by Howard 12 after the ball's swatted around. Grubb with it. He drives to the basket. He'll shoot. He'll score.
Nice drive.
So Cale Hall bringing it up the floor. That buzzer is on the court next to us. It is not our buzzer.
Oh, I just realized they had a 127-128 game over on the other court.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
that was Wet Bandits and Freebirds, looks like.
Sounds like a three-fest.
Yeah. Grubb with it here for the Woodpeckers on our court. Throws it over to Huttenlocker. Huttenlocker, his pass to Harrington goes off of Harrington's fingertips, and it's reeled in by Orleans. Full court press by the Woodpeckers, but Burton Gerkin has it. Fires up a three. It won't go. Rebounded by a teammate, and the putback is good.
Nice board.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only, going to have to crash the boards, get some of those extra rebounds that you're not getting from the Woodpeckers. Woodpeckers are not going to make it easy. That's a nice backdoor pass.
Yes. Was it Ringler who fed Huttenlocker on that one?
I believe that was Ringler.
Ringler's a player I'd like to see more of. I mean, we've seen him play a lot, and he's a very good player, and that's why I enjoy watching him play, and I want to see more of him. I'm sure we will see plenty of him in the next time we're down here in 2 weeks. Grubb fires up a shot. It won't go. It appears Gambles is taking a break, maybe with his family down there. I didn't ever see him get hurt. I think he's just confident that his teammates can
I think
carry it out from here.
You're up by 14. Get some of the other guys on the bench some playing time, and this probably isn't the only. Oh, a little too quick for Ringler.
Yeah, off of Ringler's hands goes the pass from Huttenlocker. Here comes Cale Hall for Orleans. He's working against Harrington. Fires up a three-pointer. It won't go. Berserkin Gerkin with the rebound. Oh, goodness. He gets blasted on the way up by Ringler. And Duncan Gerkin will go to the line to shoot two. First shot is up. No.
Gonna adjust his stance a little bit after that one.
Yep. Second shot. No, it won't go either.
Both of them.
See?
Yeah.
We went and talked about how good the free throw
exactly.
shooting percentage is in this league, and now we've cursed all these guys.
Yep. They're cursed for the rest of the season.
Sorry about that, guys. You're like the kicker.
The announcer jinx.
Yeah. This kicker has hit the last 238 field goals in a row.
Yeah.
And
Never been.
and he bricks it.
Oh, yeah. Where are we going for dinner afterwards? I don't know what he's talking about.
Grubb with it. Throws it over to Harrington. I think the outcome of this one, well, I don't know. It's only 12.
We're down to
deficit.
12. Yeah, they're not doing bad.
Orleans kind of sneaked back into this one and caught me off guard.
Yeah, Orleans is quietly making a little comeback here.
Yeah. I noticed Gambles isn't sitting down there with presumably his family anymore, so maybe he's noticed the same thing.
Oh, nice pass, Gerkin.
Gerkin over to an unmarked teammate. Oh, and Howard 12. It was all over that. Swallowed that one up, but I think he got some arm in there also.
Yeah, I got the foul. He's going to be shooting two.
Yep.
He's not letting Orleans get any easy drives to the hoop.
So Orleans has climbed back to within 14, make that 13 as he hits his first free throw.
Yep, if you want any chance, you got to hit these free throws.
Yep. Second one
Nice.
up and good. Net barely moves, so they're back within 12. So, look out, Woodpeckers.
Yeah, I don't think the Woodpeckers are necessarily afraid yet or struggling at all.
Yeah.
They just can't get complacent at this point in the game.
Yep.
With a little under 8 minutes left, 12-point lead, and a fast driving Orleans team that's silently creeping up on you.
Uh-huh. Ball is inbounded by Woodpeckers. This is Grubb with it. Grubb going to the hoop.
Oh, nice pass,
Throws
Grubb.
it over to Harrington.
And that's going to be a two-shot
goodness.
foul.
Look out.
Oops.
Look out.
Watch.
That's all unintentional. They just got all tangled up there.
Got a little tangled up. He's going to be shooting two.
Harrington walks it off. Looks like the Orleans player is okay. And Harrington will go to the line. Shot is up. Shot is good. In about 15 seconds, you'll hear a buzzer. That is not our buzzer. That is the one on the other court. Just forewarning folks who are watching this. Second free throw won't go. Rebounded by Gerkin. And, net got a little bit tangled up there. So Scotty fixed it. And
Good
we're
job,
off.
Scotty. He's owner, operator, referee, and net fixer.
Yes, groundskeeper. He told me a day or two ago that he was in here mopping the floors and
runs the scoreboard, does a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think the man likes some basketball.
I hear he does magic tricks. And
does he?
Yeah, he can do a cartwheel on a balance beam. And
pull a rabbit out of my hat. Oh, no, that's a card trick.
Yeah, and he is a certified trapeze artist.
Nice.
Yeah. Little known facts about Scotty.
Yep.
Here comes Berserkin Gerkin. Gets the ball knocked free by Howard 12, and it will stay with Orleans.
You know, aside from the fact that don't like heights, my grip is not that great, I would have been a trapeze artist.
Oh, yeah, so would I. I mean, that was, except for my fear of heights and my lack of any experience whatsoever on a trapeze.
Yeah. It looks easy.
Yeah, well, that's just Scotty Mollet making it look easy.
Okay.
It's actually quite difficult, but.
Yeah, I think the metaphor is actually walking a tightrope.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's an entirely different act, I think.
Yep. All right, the Orleans is only down by 11.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to get a little streak going here, or are the Woodpeckers going to stretch it out a little bit, back to 14?
I see Gambles is back in and Norris is back in, so they're like, hey, wait a second.
All right, guys, quit messing around.
Yeah, I was over
Let's,
here
put this
relaxing
way.
with some folks, and now you're wasting the game away, or the lead away here.
Warming up on the trapeze a little bit.
Three-pointer up, no good, rebounded by Harrington. Just under 6 minutes left to play. It is a running clock until the final 2 minutes of the game. Three-pointer by Harrington up, no good. Here comes Gerkin. He squares up, fires up a three. No, too much. Rebounded by Gambles. Down to Howard 5. Somebody left Howard 5 all by himself, and he makes them pay with a three-point basket.
Back up to 17 real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, and Orleans is the one slowing the ball down a little bit.
Yep. They might need a breather. We've been moving at a pretty good clip here for a while.
And don't have any subs.
Right, yeah. What a
That's
heck of a
another-
game to be shorthanded when you're up against the Woodpeckers. Howard 5 fires up a three. It won't go. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go over to Orleans.
Well, at least they didn't concede before the game even started.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
were coming in as best they could. They just got off to a real slow start and just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Right. Drive to the
Back out to
basket.
Burton.
Kicked
Yeah.
it out to Burton. Burton fires up a three. It won't go. Rebounded by Gambles. Out to Huttenlocker. Shot is up. Shot is good.
Yeah, leads
And-
back to 20, and with 4 minutes left, we're
Yeah.
4.5 minutes left.
Jim, I think you have a friend here.
We do have a friend here. You know what? You want to do a little interview with our friend? I didn't even see him. I'm just over here all relaxing. And
Yeah. Well,
if you want to.
he's a ninja, so.
Well, I tell you what, let's get him on in here. I'll let you introduce James Dub Washington, who's the coach for the Indiana Kings, brand new ABA team, and let Eric ask him a few questions and tell us all about what he's got going on.
Yeah, it sounds great. Full disclosure, Minotaur Streaming is partnering with the Indiana Kings this season. As Jim said, the Kings are a new team based in Columbus, Indiana. And Coach Dub, it's great having you here.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. It was nice of you to come down to Bedford, take a look at some of these guys. And as you start to build your roster for the Kings, what kind of players are you looking for?
I'm looking for in-shape players, players like to play defense. We want to push the floor, shooters, and big man. People like to rebound.
Very good. We've got some good talent in this game. Woodpeckers are in yellow. Orleans is in red. And Woodpeckers are starting to pull away again. They got a pretty good lead here, and Orleans sneaked back into it. And now Woodpeckers are back out in front by 20. You've been here a while, I think, today. And have you seen what have you seen from the IBL ProAm?
Actually, I just walked in.
Oh, did you?
A little bit late, but
Yeah.
no, I see. I'm watching the game now. Looks like you guys got some good players up here.
Yeah. Yep. So when are you planning to have tryouts? Or if a player is interested in playing for you, Coach Washington, how does that player contact you?
We're looking to have tryouts either July 28th or August 3rd, but you can check our Instagram page, Indiana Kings Basketball, or Gmail. You can email us, Indiana Kings 1983@gmail.com.
Okay. And how many guys are you looking for?
I have an open roster, so I'm looking for a full 14.
Okay. ABA teams can have 12 guys active on a game day plus a celebrity player. They generally carry one or two more, just in the event of injury, illness, somebody's out of town or whatnot. But so you're wide open at this point.
Correct.
All right. Where in Columbus are you going to have tryouts?
I'm going to have tryouts at Circle K Fieldhouse,
Okay.
and then we'll post that as well. So if you're interested, also I'll get my phone number out. Hopefully I don't get blown up too much. You can also call or text me at 317-746-8841.
All right. The whole world has heard your phone number, and expect the calls to come raining in now.
I'm ready for it.
Circle K Fieldhouse, is that an old building that's been restored, or is it a new facility? Tell me more about the field
It's
house
a
there.
new facility. It just got built this past year. So people are like, I want to say it was an old mall. So first when you walk in, it looks like a mall. Then it turns into the field house. It's a beautiful facility.
Oh, very nice. I heard through the grapevine from Billy Chandler that it's one of the nicest courts he's ever played on. So that should be great for the Indiana Kings to have such a nice facility to host games. Who else is on your coaching staff? Are you just doing all the coaching, or are there other people?
Well, I know I can't do it by myself. I told
Sure.
Billy last night. He's our new assistant coach and a new assistant GM.
Oh.
Also, we're looking for more coaches, but I hired Billy last night. He's very excited about it.
Very nice. Billy Chandler, for those who don't know, was an original Indiana Lion. He was on the inaugural roster for the Indiana Lions. They were based in Danville, Indiana. And he played, I want to say 2 or 3 seasons. I don't remember off the top of my head. Went on to play for the Midwest Guardians in the ABA. And now it sounds like he's going to be coaching on your team.
Yes, sir. Yes, he is.
Is he going to throw on a Kings uniform and show us how it's done?
You might see him as a 13th man one game. You might see it the first game. You might see it the last. But you might see him out there.
Yep. And of all the coincidences, I think your first regular season game coach is on the road against the Indiana Lions.
Yes, October 20th, we're playing Indiana Lions.
So, yeah, Billy will be making his coaching debut in his old stomping grounds as Ringler slams it home. Well, that's exciting. What other plans do you have for the Indiana Kings? We talked to you, 2 or 3 nights ago, and you're also involved in women's basketball, are you not?
Correct. I have a team called the Indianapolis Royals. Also, I'm starting a new women's league called the New Vision Women's Basketball Circuit. That'll take place in 2025. I also have preseason games. So before the Kings game, you'll see some of the teams in our league.
Very nice. The Woodpeckers have prevailed 104-93, but we're not done talking to Coach Washington yet. So we'll keep it here for a couple more minutes. The ladies who might want to play for the Indianapolis Royals, they contact you the same way, or is there a different coach for the Royals?
Look us on Instagram, Indianapolis Royals. Also, the new league I'm starting up is called New Vision Women's Basketball Circuit. And on Instagram, I want to say it's NWBC. You'll see that. And also the same phone number.
Okay. And I believe on Facebook, the league has the same, we were just slinging big words around earlier. The abbreviation.
Same abbreviation.
Yeah.
NWBC.
See, Jim and I, earlier in the broadcast, we were throwing around big words, and now I've used up my entire vocabulary, and I can't think of the most basic words. So late July, early August is when you plan to have tryouts.
Correct.
What's the general concept for the tryouts? Going to do just kind of an open practice, or are you going to run some drills? Or
Basically, I would say keyword, be in shape. Be in shape.
Okay.
Everything will be full court. Some tryouts you have like half court stuff. We're doing all full court stuff, pushing the ball, see if you can shoot, dribble, and pass. Based on know if you got the fundamentals, are you a team player? And also, are you a winner? If you got a bad attitude, we don't need you. If you got a good attitude, we want you.
Absolutely. I love hearing you say that because attitude, for those who have listened to me call games over the years, nothing gets me more upset than a terrible attitude, dirty play, and all that kind of stuff. So when we spoke the other night and you mentioned how important teamwork and good attitude is, I loved hearing that because we've been talking frequently throughout the IBL ProAm broadcasts about how well-behaved all these gentlemen are who play, and they're having fun and without all the shenanigans, and we've enjoyed that. So
Understood.
I like that mantra. All right, so one last question for you, Coach, before we take a break.
Yes,
After the tryouts, is there a fight club?
Fight club.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm going after the tryouts. I want to have a biddy ball league, so King's biddy ball league. So that's my next step. Have the tryouts, get the team together, and
Okay.
I'll go to the youth. So you see the babies before the game, so my vision.
Yeah.
See the babies, see the women, then you see the Kings.
Yeah, very nice. So no fight club, huh?
No fight club.
Well,
no fight club.
I know you're not supposed to talk about fight clubs. So I got you, Coach. Wink, wink. All right. Anything else you want to tell us about the Indiana Kings before we take a break?
My new favorite saying, we're your new favorite basketball team.
There you go. Indiana Kings folks out of Columbus, Indiana, providing another ABA opportunity. We talked to the Indiana Shuckers coach earlier this morning, and we're going to try to wrestle the Hoosier State Instigators coach over here later in this afternoon. So thank you, Coach Dub, for stopping by, and we appreciate your time and your insight, and we look forward to watching the Indiana Kings.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take a break, one game's break. We're going to end this live stream, and Jim and I will be back in a little under an hour.